Empire is predominantly an asset management organization. We've got three areas of the business. We focus on aircraft sales, aircraft management, and of course charter. Our focus area has been predominantly on managing other people's assets. Historically, you would have individual crews that would manage an airplane on behalf of an owner, but sometimes they really don't add the value that we believe that we add. We don't want to be judge and jury. You know, if you're in the maintenance business and we manage your airplane, we're going to send you to our maintenance organization and we can charge you what you like because you're a non-aviator. Well, that's not our key focus here. Our idea is really to make sure that we actually add value to the owners. We can actually prove that we've added the value. And ultimately, when it comes to dispose of that asset, we've got to have world-class standards to measure those values. The value of an airplane, as you would know, is determined by its historical records, not by its future. So that's really where our focus area is. Our base is Dubai, but we manage airplanes in Africa. We've got airplanes that are non-UAE based that we manage. We have an infrastructure that operates 24/7, and our focus is really further into the east of the UAE. Our next venture is obviously into India. We've spoken about that briefly, and that's going to be an exciting opportunity. India is it's very interesting. It's a market that's growing tremendously. They're expecting in excess of 100 airplanes over the next 3 years to be delivered into India. They lack infrastructure. The MROs are under tremendous pressure, and of course there's a limited number of MROs that actually do the work. So they're the judge, the jury, and the prosecutor when it comes to managing somebody's asset. So our view is that going into India, we're going to replicate what we have in Dubai, and we think we're going to add tremendous value in terms of managing those assets on behalf of the owners. We spent some time down there. We met with all the top organizations, and everybody's very encouraged by the thought of actually having a professional asset management company coming in rather than having their pilots or crews looking after that asset. We opened an office in Mumbai on the 1st of June, replicating what we have in Dubai, but on a far smaller scale until we have economies of scale. We're going to open up with 4 airplanes initially under management. We'll be managing the maintenance, camo functions, flight planning, overflight clearances, dispatch, and generally replicating what we have in Dubai. It's going to be exciting times for us. You know, it's very interesting. Obviously, everybody was in despair with the 2008 financial crash. We said, let's stick to our knitting. Let's continue to add value. And clearly the results showed. From 2008 to 2009, we had in excess of 100% growth. In 2009 to 2010, we had 23% growth. In fact, just over 23%. And we think we can double the size of the business in the next 18 months with our expectation of expansion. Well, India's a given. We're also looking north of us as well. We have had a couple of offers to look at joint ventures in Europe, which we're studying at the moment. We'll see what pans out.